How's it going? Hair got messy. Wind is a horrible thing. Hey, if I can pull that off. Shit. Come on. Never accept less than what you are worth. 33 seconds in, alright. Don't let anyone convince you that you need to stay in a situation that you know it's wrong itself. You're completely being mistreated. I go into work every day on out of the year. It was about a year. We're gonna call it a year. If not a year, let's say like 11, 10 months, close enough. Out of the year I've spent at Hooters, I was late. I was an hour late once. I didn't even know I was supposed to work that day. I completely mixed up my days. Didn't happen again. I was late for like 5 minutes, like 2 other days. 7 minutes. Legit late, I wasn't in the building. I am usually on time. I'm punctual. I don't leave work. I don't do any unnecessary things at work. Yeah, I tweet at work, but I have 2-minute intervals to do whatever while things wash. In 2 minutes, I can easily open up an app, send a tweet, reply to a tweet, whatever. 2 minutes can do it. You can do a bit of work in 2 minutes on your phone. I'm not just gonna stand there for 2 minutes. I hate just standing still. I have to move around. I have to do something. Like, I put in my work at work. Like, even last night, I took the extra time to get all the cracks and crevices of the semi-leaking hose at work. I got it looking sparkly. I like the job I did. I haven't been able to touch up the floor lately because kitchen never let me. But let's not get into that. I want to get into one specific characters. I don't know if I've told you this story, but one night I'm just hanging around in my car with this new guy at work. Started chilling with him. When he starts talking, when he dead looks at me and says, "You know what? I could kill you, and it wouldn't matter. You just mean that little." Then goes on about some password that I need to say to be able to talk to him, and there's certain things I am and am not allowed to say to him at work. Yeah, he went little off the rails. After that, I kind of backed away from him. Like, if you want to try to play that game, you might be the one end up dead in the ditch. I really don't play that. That's not right. It's not right at all. I was supposed to do something with him, but he played games. He lied and played games with me. I tried to get something from him the other day, the next day, but like I said, just playing games and just fucking around it. The best way I can describe this guy is very manipulative. He's a professional yes man. He will make you feel he will make you feel good about yourself while using you. Black Friday. No, this is Thanksgiving, sorry. This is Thanksgiving. For some reason, Hooters is very busy at Hooters. It wasn't very, but it was very busy at Hooters for Thanksgiving. The kitchen had a lot of tickets. I specifically was not cooking. There was 2 people in the kitchen, sadly. For some reason, they didn't think there'd be that many people coming to Hooters on Thanksgiving. But this is how good this one cook is at Hooters. He made 4 turkeys and a bunch of other stuff on Thanksgiving for people. I came up, I ate, I thanked him. It was really good food. I've never had a whole fried turkey. I didn't eat the whole thing, but you know what I mean. And a smoked turkey. I've never had it before. I will never eat a baked turkey in my life again. He did that while cooking for Hooters, sending out orders. He's making Thanksgiving dinner, running around, make sure everything's clean, stocked. I admit he does a few drugs, but he may have stopped by now. I don't keep up with him because I stay away from hardcore drugs. You don't get like this doing drugs. You definitely don't. So I got mad prompts for him. Other guy though, his name's Chris. The guy I was talking to you about earlier, I forgot to say his name. He came to me like, hey, can you hang around for a bit? You don't have to do anything, just stay to close. I'm like, that is an odd question. That's an odd thing to say, so I don't reply at all. That is about that. That is the safest thing I do. You might think I nod my head or something. No. I like movement. If I'm sitting down, trust me, something is moving. Whether it's a hand, head, or feet, something's moving. I can't help it. I like fast pace. So I don't say anything. He walks away. I hear some stuff going on in the kitchen. I walk up. I see the manager in the kitchen, and he's like, "Hey, Chris said you're gonna cover the rest of his shift." I look at him like, "Wait the fucking minute! No, I didn't say shit." But of course, my word means jack shit. But I spent the past 2 hours talking to this guy, an old friend of Hooters, who also works at another Hooters. He used to work at this Hooters, but now works at another Hooters. I've been spending 2 hours talking to him. That was probably the smartest thing for me to do. Because I brought him into the conversation, and he immediately took over. Started talking to the manager like, no. This is what really happened. This is what really happened. Chris lied to you and us, and just left. He said some bullshit excuse about throwing up. Now, I say bullshit because throwing up is not a hard thing to do. Throwing up doesn't mean you're sick. Not to mean anything, but it's true. Throwing up just means your body's rejecting something, or you make yourself throw up. You could easily eat something and throw it up anytime you want. It's probably a little painful. I say it's probably because I've never done it, because I'm never going to do something like that. Chris said he threw up in the bathroom, so I checked the bathroom out. Not a hint of throw up anywhere. He could have cleaned it up. He could have. I'm just throwing that out there. If you don't keep all options open and think about all possibilities, you might as well just give up. Because it's a useless argument, or just a useless conversation, period. If you don't put any effort in at all to even think about the possibilities of maybe something's actually wrong. Maybe. But he still lied. He didn't need to lie. If he just told the truth, he did. Come on. The guy that was doing dish that day was actually also a cook. What I mean is, he usually cooks, but due to a shortage, he was on dish that night, so they weren't completely alone. So for him to just dip, like, he could have easily just stepped aside, started doing less work, at least cleaning up, making sure things are prepped. No, he just left and lied about it for some reason. Let's just say the manager was pissed. He was not happy. Of course, I wasn't happy because I was brought into this for no reason at all. And that hurts my credibility. Like I didn't do anything. I'm just being brought into this for no reason. And if you know anything about trying to progress in any company, your image and what and how much you're willing to do for them, or what you have done for them, or just plan what you have done affects that. And if Chris is fucking with me like that, I can't do anything. Of course, when you're just willing to when you're a yes man like that, people side with you more. I barely talk. I'm going through shit. I can't compete with that. I don't even try. So, when he out of nowhere just leaves, takes a phone call, phone call, in front of me, and it says he's gonna leave, the lead cook says you can't clock, you can't leave. Oh, no, sorry. He says you need the manager to clock back in. Chris dead says I'm not gonna clock out. My biggest problem with that is the cooks make $10.50 an hour. I'm not dealing with cooks who are willing to just dip out of work, stay clocked in so they can do what they want. If it's an emergency, clock out and don't come back. But if it's something stupid, why do you want to take money from a company? He leaves work. I tell the manager. Then I tell a higher up manager, because I know this manager that's working this happened yesterday, sorry. He left work yesterday for no reason. I wanted to stay on clock while he's not at work, not working. The manager that's working that day clearly did not know how to do his job. I say that because after I told him that the guy left, of course he said something to the kitchen. Of course, for some reason he brought my name into this. So then John, I didn't mean to say his name, but you know his name, John, the kitchen lead, came to me like, why are you gonna tell on Chris? I'm like, you guys make $10.50. I make $9 an hour. That is not right at all. You can't just leave and then come back and expect everything just to be alright. He had an attitude problem with me. I straight up told him, I don't give a fuck what you think. He said, fuck you. I'm like, okay. And if you guys know anything about Dish, when it comes to late game, if people don't cooperate and actually do their job or put in a little effort, Dish gets the shit. Shit gets thrown at Dish. There's been days where I'm an hour late because the cooks wanted to hold dishes for me. Wanted to hold dishes from me. This is not what they did. They piled up the dishes off to the side, then brought me one dish. So I didn't think about it. I'm thinking, they're bringing me dishes. Maybe it wasn't that big of a deal. Maybe I'm just taking it too. Maybe my feelings are just getting too crossed. Nope. I finished my dishes. I walk in the kitchen just to see what's going on, and you know what I see? Big ass pile of fucking dishes. It's an hour and a half till close. The dishwasher takes 2 minutes to run. Sometimes I need to wash something twice, so that's 4 minutes per run. 4 minutes per run plus a scrub down, so that's at least 6 minutes per wash. At least 6 minutes per wash for the hard stuff. 4 minutes per wash for the easy stuff. And that's just washing. Putting it together, throwing another 30 seconds to a minute, depending on what it is and how much time I gotta put into setting it up. Yes, it's not just throwing stuff in the dish. It's not just throwing stuff in a dishwasher and watching it get clean. Sorry, it's not easy. It's not that easy. So they want to throw a fit like that. I'm like, all right. Clearly, you allow cooks like this to happen. Like, look at a later video of months ago. They hired cooks. A cook who would literally come into work, who would come in, clock in, immediately sit down, and when you say something about him, just sitting down doing nothing, he will just blow up and just start arguing with you. Like, don't be sideways with me, bro. No, get the fuck up, start working. I'm a very hard worker, and I make $9 an hour. They literally just throw trash on a table and just give me the table. There's 3 to 4 trash cans back there in the kitchen, and I'm getting all the trash. This may look messy, I don't care. I left Hooters. Let me tell you a story of what happened. Let me tell you one more story. I wasn't gonna say anything, but as dish, I don't wash my hands. I think I don't need to. It's not like I'm touching food. I don't touch any food or anything like that. By the time clean dishes come out, my hands are usually dry, and well, my hands will be clean by the time I'm moving clean dishes, of course. But in between washing, I don't wash my hands because it's just a waste of time. I got other things to do. I got dishes to collect. I got stuff to throw. If I need to leave the back and do something out there, of course my hands are gonna be clean. But this is in between the time of when my hands weren't clean. Because we were slow. So I come in at like 6. I walk in the kitchen around 6. I look. I'm just checking up on things. I notice there's a chicken patty just sitting there off to the side. I'm like, that looks pretty good, and I'm hungry as hell. 2, maybe 3 hours later, I come back in the kitchen. You know what? I still see the chicken. So I'm like, yes, no one wants it. It must have been a mess up. I don't care. I pick it up bare hands. Sniff it. Seems alright with me. I toss it on the grill to heat it up. I go back to doing dishes. I just set up a thing, put it in a dishwasher before I do anything else. I hear someone calling me. I'm like, okay, what's up? Yeah, we use that chicken sandwich, that chicken that you touched and sniffed. And you got your hands and dirtiness all over it. And we decided to give it to a customer. What the fuck? Let's excuse the fact that you prep vegetables and put them on plates and just touch food yourselves without actually washing your hands or putting gloves on or anything. But me, my hands, if it's my food, I understand. If it's my food, I'm not gonna complain too much. It's my food. I'm making it myself. But if you're giving it to somebody else after I've already, what the fuck is wrong with you? Legit. There's this container that they used to tote, that they would go in the back and put chicken in and bring it to the front to use. That one piece of chicken, that one container they'd use a lot. It would cycle through a lot. Chicken would start to get stuck on it and whatnot. 3 days later, they're still using the same container, and I finally get it. I'm like, god damn, this is gonna be a bitch to clean. There's only 2 people that work for Hooters that actually switch out the container more than once a day, which is the smart thing to do. Only 2 cooks. Please, if you are in my area, do not eat at Hooters. At least not the one I work at. There is a reason that I will not eat at Hooters. There is a reason that I don't trust their chicken. Legit, the cooks there don't care. The little effort and care that they put into serving people is insulting to society and public in general. I understand you hate your job, but this is someone's health and well-being. It's cross-contamination's all over the place. There's a rat out. There's a rat at the store. I walk in one day. There's a rat just running around. There's flies in the back. There's caked on gunk on the floors, and I can't always get it. I'm lucky. I'm glad I got in the time to put it in. I'm glad I put in the time last night to get into the corners and make sure I get the extra dirt off the floor before I left that store last night. I wasn't coming back. I'm not gonna do that again. I'm not putting up with that. Forget that I'm homeless. I work my hardest. I help the managers out. I let them know when this shit's getting real shady. They don't care. One manager cares, but he's already been pushed over the limit and he's tired. I'm not about staying through the very tough times anymore, sticking through till the bad employees are gone, because you're cycling through bad employees. We had the brothers, sucked completely. They I don't even know why they applied and started working here there. They didn't want to work. They legit just left whenever they wanted. Then you got this Chris guy coming in, just leaving whatever the hell he wants, doing whatever he wants, acting like he's a man because he knows how to suck a good dick. No. Life may be unfair, but like hell I should ever put up with anything like that. I am not entitled to anything, but I choose to not put up with cheap, disgusting stuff like that. The day I found the rat, I was gonna end it, but the day I found the rat, I told everybody, because they like to leave through the back door. Leave that bitch wide open. I just want to let you know one thing. Since that first day, I haven't seen the rat again. I haven't seen an exterminator either. But I can tell you this: that door was left open for a very good ass long time. They don't handle their food properly there. Don't go to Hooters over here. Don't.